Okay, so my name is Rodney Burris. I live here in the city, and I do what my wife tells me to do. So we're going to get started. I'm going to talk to you guys about the red line. Cool, let's go. All right, so back in 2007, there was a phenomenal movie, Fast Cars, Faster Women, Curvaceous. It made like millions of pesos worldwide. I'm not going to talk about that at all. I am not talking about that movie. That has nothing to do with the presentation. I'm going to talk about our red line. Our red line in Baltimore, Charm City, is going to go across the bottom of the city. It's a new rail system, like the light rail, like the subway. You guys have probably heard of it. Most of you probably are experts. It's going to stretch from the Security Square Mall area all the way across through the Emerson Village type area, Canton. It's going to get a little bit down. It's going to go through the harbor, and it's going to go to Bayview. It's going to connect a good part of the city. If you can see the yellow line, that's our light rail, and the other line was our subway system. I want you to think about it like a body. Whenever the body is ill, it sends increased blood flow to certain areas. Baltimore's going through a renaissance. I'm going to talk about that later. And adding this red line is going to help increase circulation throughout the system. Now, we already have the MARC train. Many of you guys have written that. The light rail, the subway, our buses are all over the place, even the MTA mobility. All of these things help increase this interconnectivity, increase the flow throughout the system. One of the things that I love about this new red line is that it's going to have a design that's very eco-friendly. So they're going to design it where the grass is going to have like a seamless integration with the environment. I love that. I think that's very neat. Also, the cars are more modern. It's not going to be just the light rail or the subway. They're actually shorter. I was set through a presentation about this. The cars are going to be shorter. They're going to be building it so far underground that it won't even disturb the houses above it. I think that's really neat. Now, let's talk about impact. It took 6 years to connect the Central Pacific and the Union Pacific rail lines in 1869. It helped make America what it is. The eastern part of our country was already well developed, and it connected to California. There's something called the Dwight D. Eisenhower. Let me get this straight. I had to write this down. National System of Interstate and Defense Highways. The highway system. This guy commissioned it. It's a phenomenal idea. It helps bring that interconnectivity that I'm talking about, which also brings jobs, right? So if you think about everything that's going on at that part of Baltimore, the Social Security, the former Social Security building, all the way to Bayview, connecting through downtown, this is a great opportunity, and our city needs it to be competitive. Now, let me say this. I have city envy. I am jealous of others. I travel a lot for work, and I go to Atlanta, and I'm like, and I'm just so, because they have things that I want. Philadelphia has 5 or 6 lines. Newark has like 6 or 7 lines in there. They have half our population. El Paso, Texas, they have the same population, but only have a bus, so we're better than them. But I want our city to have Oprah and movie stars and stuff. Now, I'm not jealous of New York. I used to be jealous of New York, but being jealous of New York City for a city is kind of like being jealous, like I'm a basketball aficionado, and I'm jealous that that guy is Michael Jordan. New York City is a behemoth, it's a monolith. We shouldn't compare it to this. But I do have a wish list for our city. I would love, after we complete the red line, there's been talks about extending the subway. I hope that happens. I would love to see an Annapolis-Aberdeen line that kind of bumps into the city. I would love to see a Owens Mills connector that goes down to Arundel Mills Mall area, more or less. I think our future looks bright. I said Baltimore's going through a renaissance. If you drive around the city, you see new construction everywhere. It's phenomenal to be a part of our city. It's burgeoning right now. It's happening. Our college students are staying. You guys are coming. All of these apps are being created. The energy is really good. It's a good time to be here. And even the schools are improving. Neighbors are helping. I don't know what's going on. People are saying hello. I don't know what's going on, but I love it. I love to be a part of it. There are always naysayers. There's always people that's like, oh, well, where are we going to get the funding? Well, now it's a tax on the city. Well, now, it should go through the route this way and not. Listen, what we need to do is work on this collectively. There's a city that outsourced public-private partnerships, I think, are the future. I think that we shouldn't always try to do this through taxes, but we should try to figure out creative ways to reach these solutions. I would love to talk about that, but slides change very quickly. So instead, what I would love for you all to do, everybody do this. Everybody make this motion. Hold it up like this. Raise your shoulders. Put your shoulders down, raise them up, run them down, and in the spirit of the 90s song, come on, ride that train. Come on, ride that train and ride it. I think the red line is great. Thank you so much, Rodney Burris. Thank you.